Hi everyone, so welcome to another video while I do all this extra stuff. So today's Saturday and I got called into work because it's my weekend to be on call. And I'm like, let me just take you guys with me a bit. I shouldn't come out this exit because hopefully, let me cross my fingers that I'm not sitting at the stop sign waiting forever because the road is so busy. But yeah, I'm on call today and I wasn't super excited about it because I thought I was on call another weekend. But hey, let's do it and get it out the way, and then I have the rest of the weekends in the month of October for myself. So drive along with me to work, and I guess I'll get to show you guys around today because I lost footage from some stuff that I wanted to show you at work. It's a beautiful day. It's really a beautiful day, and I'm super excited for this beautiful day. Nice and hot, but hey, winter is coming and I'm not complaining for the warm weather for as long as I can have it. So see you guys in the next one. So hi guys, almost there, almost. Literally, I can see that I'm almost there. Yeah, it takes me about 25 minutes to get to work. However, here in Ohio, there's so many trucks on the road because they have so many factories. There's Amazon, FedEx, UPS, like a bunch of companies that have a bunch of trucks on the road, and sometimes I just don't like them. I really don't like driving with a bunch of trucks. I'm so not used to it because in New York, the only time I really see trucks is if I go on the 95, but if I'm on the Spring Parkway or Bronx River Parkway, not much trucks. I never really go to the city, so I don't have to encounter trucks like that. But here, I can't escape them. So I guess I just have to suck it up and live with it. But I'm here, gonna find me a nice parking spot. That's one of the things I love working here. Compared to New York, I had to pay for parking. Like, you had to pay to park your car at work. It's New York, but here in Ohio, free because there's a lot more space. That's why I know. It's parking. Park where you want to park in the employee parking lots because we have more than one parking lot for employees. So I'm gonna find me a parking spot, and then I'm going to go inside and get to work. And I'm actually late because I had to drop my children off to my brother so he could watch them because both parents have to go to work today. So yeah. Let's get this party started. So hi everyone. Sometimes this thing is so lean. So yeah, I decided I wanted to tell you guys like how I started my sterile processing journey. I just put a lot of stuff in to sterilize some cameras, some stylets. Some of y'all may be like, I don't even know what she's talking about. And I ate some lunch. Or could it recall? Yeah, lunch. It's after 2, I ate. It's after 3 now. I ate some curry chicken and white rice with some lettuce. So, on this little break, I'm not gonna be long. So how I found out about sterile processing. A friend of mine, I just had my 3rd son, and I'm like, I could go back to school and finish my degree, or I need something that's, you know, that's gonna bring me income because yeah, I could go back to school, but I have 3 children, so I need money. They do have their father, and their father is in their life, and we're together. But yes, I like to be independent, and I love to make my own money. I'm just that type of person. So I'm like, I need something that's gonna pay a good amount of money. So at that time I was living in New York, and it paid pretty well. I had to do a 9-week program, 9 weeks every weekend from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have quizzes and tests every week. It was brutal. A lot of reading, a lot of content and information that I was not aware of. It was very new to me because I did not know they reuse surgical instruments. When my friend is like, yeah, there's a program called sterilization technician. I'm like, what's that? And she's like, yeah, you sterilize and reprocess the surgical instruments in the hospital. I'm like, they use the same instruments on people? That's how oblivious and how like over my head it was, because I didn't know about it. Like, if you don't know, you just don't know. And then I'm like reading up about it, reading about the job market and how it's needed. It's not a field that most people know about. So that's why I want to bring awareness to it too. So I went online, I signed up for the program, I paid for it, and time came when I started. But let's backtrack. There was a lot of little red tape to get to it, because I needed a chickenpox vaccine, and it was super hard to find a chickenpox vaccine. But one of the things I could say, when you want to find out something or learn something or get something done, you are going to get it done. I'm a testament to that. You're gonna get it done, because what I did, I asked my primary care physician if she knew anyone who does it. She said no. I asked around and she referred me to somebody, and I would have to pay out of pocket $150 to get that that chickenpox vaccine. It's called varicella. And I'm like, I don't have the money. I have not been working. Like, that would just be extra money that at the time I did not have. I'm like, there has to be another way. And the same day that I was about to go and do that, I called my children's doctor's office, and I spoke to the office manager, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, Miss Katie, I need some help. Do you know of anybody who does this vaccine? And she's like, yeah, I know this immigration doctor who does all the stuff that people who would need the vaccine. I didn't even know you need one of those vaccines to come to America, the chickenpox vaccine. But at the time she said, yeah, he does it. And I found him. He was all the way in the Bronx. And I'm like, okay. I called, I made an appointment, did all the thing, and guess what? I didn't have to pay for it because my insurance covered it. And I'm like, yeah. So where there's a will, there's a way. So I had to submit those documentations like a couple of days before the course started on that Saturday, and I started. And I'm not gonna tell you that the process was easy. I was working part-time, so after I leave the program, I had to go to work from 6 to 12 o'clock, and it was just, I was tired. Having a little baby at home at the time, I think he was maybe about, he was maybe about less than 6 months old. So he was a baby, because he was born into February, and I started the program, I think it was April, somewhere around there, April. So he was a little baby. And it was just tiring. When I tell you tiring, it was tiring, but I pushed through and I didn't give up. Sometimes there were times going to the program, car issues. I had to take the bus, and it was hard. And then after I finished the program for 9 weeks, I had to do an internship. And they said it's a volunteer internship, meaning you don't get paid. But let me tell you, they worked me. That hospital that I volunteered at worked my butt off. Like, literally, you felt like you were on staff not getting paid, because everything that everybody was doing, you had to do because you're learning, right? One of the things that I would encourage everyone when you're going to an internship or any type of program that you have to do an internship, show up with a great attitude. You cannot go in and have an attitude. Nobody's gonna want to help you out or even deal with you. If you have to show that you're there to learn and you're there to listen, you don't know everything. That's why you're there. And even if somebody is teaching you something and you're privy to it, you don't have to say, oh, I know how to do that already. It just breaks the vibe. Like, okay, if you know it, do it yourself. So you have to go with an attitude, ready to learn and ready to listen, because nobody wants to deal with someone that's not gonna listen or little miss know-it-all kind of thing. And you have to be on time. Be on time. I struggled with that a little bit because I was leaving work sometime to go to the internship, caught up in traffic. It was a stressful time. And I had to do 400 hours of unpaid internship. But I was determined to finish because, hey, this is a financial, this would be a financial upgrade for me, like literal financial upgrade. And I'm like, I'm gonna push through. So with my field, there's a certification exam. It's called CRCST. You have to be a certified, registered central sterile technician, something like that. And the certifying board is ISHM. I'll tell you guys what that means again because it's so long. But yeah, and the exam has 150 questions. And the exam is 3 hours. And the book is very fat and it's a lot of information, and especially if it's something that you weren't aware of, it was just a whole lot of information to consume. So I wanted to do my internship first before I actually took the exam. A lot of my classmates went on, they passed the exam, and I'm super excited for them. You would swear to God that I'm the one that went to take the exam. But I'm just focusing on the internship right now. I didn't really study while I was doing the internship because I was working. I have 3 children, and I just wanted to focus on one thing, which was the internship, to get it out of the way. I did 2 weeks in a row, I did 50 hours. 50 hours of volunteer, FREE, work. Okay, you would swear that I was on staff. You see me, I'm there from 11 to 11 sometimes. I just went because I had to get it done, had to get it done. So you can take the exam before you finish those 400 hours. However, you get a provisional certification, meaning you're not fully certified. You have to do those 400 hours to be fully certified. So I said, let me do this. I'm not all about that paperwork. Let me do my 400 hours and take the certification. The time came for me to take my certification. It was $150 I had to pay to get it done. And I was about to chicken out, like legit chicken out. I called the people and I was ready to reschedule. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you called a day too late. If you don't show up, you're gonna lose $150. And I'm like, I cannot afford to lose $150. I just paid, to do the program, it cost me, I think it was $1,400, close to $1,500 or a little bit over that. I'm not gonna lose this $150. So even though I wasn't studying, I used to do go on Quizlet and go through slides and go through multiple choice questions and everything like that, right? When I called that Friday and it told me that, I think it was a Thursday, that I can't reschedule the exam, I'm gonna lose my money if I didn't show up, I pulled out the stops. I studied, and then I went to my parents and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna lose the $150. My mom was like, yeah, go do it, nothing wrong with it, go and go do it. And my dad was like, you studied right? I'm like, somewhat. Anyways, I went with my heart in my mouth because I tend to be very, very nervous taking exams and tests. My anxiety levels go through the roof because I don't want to fail kind of thing. And I went and I did the test, and the test is a 3-hour test, 150 questions, and I finished in 1 hour and 25 minutes. And I'm like, Lord God, I'm gonna take my pass because I finished too quickly. That's what I was saying to myself. I'm like, no, nothing my pass. But I'm not going back to change any questions. That's what I told myself. I'm not going back to change any questions. I'm just gonna say, yes, I'm done. And I hit that button to submit. and it came on green. I passed my test on the first try. A lot of people in my field, even while doing the internship, used to say the test is hard. I took it 2 times, or I took it 3 times, or I took it 4 times, and I'm like, I don't have that money to waste, and I just want to get it done. And that's another thing I want to tell you: don't let people put their fears on you. Just because they did it and they failed a couple times doesn't mean that's the same for you. Again, as I always say in my previous videos, just stay in your lane, you know? Stay in your lane. Don't compare. And also, don't put your fears on people. It's not cool. It just maybe add to their fear too. And just encourage them. Just say, you know what, even if you fail, or whatever, but don't tell me no scary stories to stress me out. Like, I don't want to be stressed out. So I passed my exam, and excitedly, if that's such a word, maybe I'm pronounced it incorrectly, I got a job where I interned. So I transitioned from like an intern to the staff, and guess what? It was an easy transition because I knew everybody that was there. I knew their personalities. I didn't have to get acclimated to anyone anymore because I've been here for a couple months now, and I know how y'all are. And it was a great environment, stressful, very busy hospital, but very multicultural. So I had my Jamaicans there, the Africans there, Hispanic there, like everybody. And when you're around people who you could relate to, it makes your work environment much easier. I'm telling you it does, because you can run like a joke with them, you can talk to them, so on and so forth. And I'm a extroverted person sometimes, most of the time, but I'm introverted too. I'm an introvert, extrovert, depends on what situation I'm in. So I got along with, it was like, yeah, hey, how you doing? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. That's me. If you know, you know. And if you know, drop a comment to say, yes, Delisha is chatty and she's friendly and all that jazz. That's who I am, and it is what it is. So yeah, so I got a job at the hospital and start working full time, and hard work. But when you work for something and you push through obstacles, because I'm just naming a few obstacles, when you push through obstacles and you gotta get it done, listen, the feeling of a complete work, feeling of accomplishment, and like you did it, I did it kind of thing, you have to finish something to have that feeling. It's a feeling that I can't explain. A feeling of elation, like, oh, I did it. I thought I wouldn't get through it, but I did it. And you can use that for other areas of your life, because right now I'm using that for other areas of my life. Like, if I did that, I could do this kind of thing. You know what I mean? So if you find something that you love to do, would like to do, whether it's a nurse, whatever, if a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, you can do it. Don't let anything or anyone tell you that you can't do it. You absolutely can get it done. So yeah, that's how I started sterile processing. I did not know anything about it. I didn't know they reused the instruments on patients. I thought stuff was reusable. That's how much I did not know about this field. And it's a very broad field. Very broad field. You can work in surgery centers, you could work at hospitals, you could work in specialty centers, hospitals, or outpatient surgery, like could be orthopedics where they just do ortho surgeries all the time, or many other areas. And endoscopy, you could work in like where they use endoscopes. So when people go to do their colonoscopies and biopsies and stuff like that, we are the people who actually reprocess and sterilize or high level disinfect those instruments. So yeah, hopefully I wasn't too long. I can see that I was a bit long, but that's the condensed version. So again, whatever goals you have, whatever you want to get done, you can do it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It may be hard. No one said it would be easy. That's another thing. It will not be easy. It's like running a race with hurdles and you have to jump over it, right? But you get it done one step at a time. It takes practice. You do it and you do it and you do it till you get it. This is how I am in real life, so hey. But yeah, my break is about to be up. So that's my sterile processing journey, and I hope you guys enjoy that story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And your girl is really new to this, but she's trying to be true to this YouTube journey. And I love to talk to you guys. Please comment. I will respond. And thank you guys who already subscribed, and for those who haven't subscribed, subscribe and drop your girl a comment. Come on, you can do it. Have a fantastic weekend. Oh yeah, and another thing I want you guys to know, because I know families on here who subscribe to my channel, I have no control of my wrinkled or crush up scrubs because I get them at work. I can't bring them home to iron them because of policy. You work in an area where it's sterile processing, sterilizing stuff. They don't want you to bring no germs up in here. I guess it's the germs that's here that you want you to keep in here. So don't be commenting, telling me that, oh, your uniform crush up, or don't call me or text me and tell me, oh, your uniform crush up, so you couldn't just iron it before you go to work. I have no control over it, so don't forget that. Anyways, bye guys. So hi everyone. So I promised, I did say I was gonna show you guys around a bit. Hi. Yes, but I left the phone. Yeah, this is a locker room. Locker room. Scrubs. Me, lockers. Yeah. I have to go up to the operating room to see what time they're gonna finish this case, because it's Saturday. We don't want to be here all day. Next, let me see. I want to flip. So this is our preparation and package area. So those are sterilizers, low heat sterilizer. It's called Sterile. So these are our machines. It's Saturday. We have a lot of loaded instruments, and we have to prep for next week cases and stuff. I have to put away all of these things right here in the storage area. Start over. Yeah, lots to do. Which then brings us to our sterile storage area. I love this system that they have here because the racks, everything has their own little space. And these are where we store instruments. Yeah, it's nice. Normally, the previous hospital I work at, or some other places too, they do have these racks that store the containerized instruments. And sometimes it can get overcrowded when I see they have these type of racks, and it could cost, when you wrap instrumentations like this and you put them on this type of rack, if you don't like take it off in a correct way, it can nick holes and stuff like that into it. But when you have it on this type of storage system, it doesn't do that, which I love. And these are called packs. So packs are basically extra stuff that they use in surgery that's disposable. Yeah, to put it in layman's term. So I love our storage area. Our storage area is the bomb. I love it. And everything is labeled. You have to scan things in a computer. That's how we track our stuff. So we basically have a tracking system. But your girl got work to do. So let me put away these stuff, put away that stuff. And we have our cart washer over here. So these are what we call carts, and we store everything that the surgeons need for surgery instrumentation in these carts. And this is our container rack to wash the containers, and everything is thermal disinfection, hot water basically. And these are our main sterilizers. Hot. It's also my heater. Whenever I get too cold here, I open it up and just stand in it. And we have something that's finished. Yeah, so all of these lovely things are sterilized, and I have to actually go do work. So I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Oh my goodness, I literally burned myself a bit because whoever put this load in and put in our biological indicator in, Zane's not putting in properly for it not to burn me. I'm so tall. Yeah. So I got burned. Can you imagine? I got burned. So there's a so this is the bacteria. It's called a biological indicator, and I think the bacteria that's in here is called Bacillus thermophilus. Yeah, so Bacillus thermophilus, and we incubate it, and once it's come back negative, that means everything that's in the sterilizer was sterilized properly because the bacteria died. And this is also another way to say that. Yeah, so they have so this is called a steam chemical integrator. So there's many ways or many steps to make sure that stuff is sterilized, because remember, these instruments are going on human beings. I'm actually working down here by myself, but I keep it on just in case like somebody from the operating room is coming by. Just put it up real quick. Yeah. So there are many steps that we take to make sure that our patients are safe, because it's all about patient safety, and you never may know, you might end up there too. So do it right. Could be a mama or your daddy that's up in the operating room that need instruments from sterile processing department, and if something is not sterilized properly, it can cause an infection and even death. That's how serious it is, and that's how important we are to the process, because literally you can't operate without us. If we did not process the instruments and you don't have them to use, there's no operation taking place, i.e. you will lose your job. So get it done, or somebody will get in trouble, or you get some type of write-up. So if you know there's a surgery, you gotta be prepared. So working on the weekends is basically a part of the preparation. Where is the paperwork? I did not put this load in, and I don't know where they put the paperwork for this. Anyways, BRB. Alright, paperwork was in the printer. So I have to put all the information in our system. Yeah, so documentation, and they even have a board, I forgot what it's called, that makes sure that we're doing what we're supposed to, that comes by. So Everything is computerized though. I have to scan and input stuff in the system. So yeah, document. So with this paperwork, I basically have to make sure to check that everything was sterilized at the temperature it was supposed to, which was 270 degrees Fahrenheit, and the dry time and all of those things. I have to make sure the sterilizer kept its control temperature, like stayed at a certain temperature to sterilize the items. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have to kind of look through to make sure it's correct. And then I have to scan this paper so it could be in the computer. But sometimes there's too much paper, so I rip it off. So I'm done with paperwork stuff for this one. Another sterilizer went off, so I have to process that too, but I won't bore you guys with all of that. So closing out the vlog, your girl is done with work. I'm tired. I'm about to clock out. But yeah guys, and I have to change my scrub too. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to work with me and see what I do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Yes. And leave a comment down below. Please leave a comment down below. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. I won't bite y'all in the comment section. I'm very nice and kind. Okay? Yes, so I'm about to go. Have a fantastic weekend. Whichever day of the week you watch this. This was filmed or videoed or vlogged on a Saturday, but if you catch it from a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, have a wonderful day, whatever day it is, and be great. Have a good one. Good vibes only. What else? Don't take stuff too seriously. Don't sweat the small stuff, and just live your best life how you know how to do it. Live your best life. Have fun. What am I gonna go home to do? Laundry, be a mother, and get ready for the work week. And I have a bunch of uniforms to go iron for my sons. So yes, have a fantastic weekend, guys. Bye.